Bro, where are
Hey, we are live in the group, baby.
let's do it.
All right, dude. Hey, guys,
Where
welcome. Oh, did you want to go? Did you want to start?
No, I was gonna ask like where are our sunglasses?
Oh, dang it! This isn't a good live. This isn't.
It'll be all right.
I'll just play.
We'll
This is
make
awesome. All right, guys. So welcome Andrew Pavia, and you can now see his name in the bottom left corner. So yeah. So if you guys don't know Andrew Pavia, the guy has already built out. What are you like 20 now, Andrew?
20. Yeah, man.
20? Yeah, built out a 5-figure a month SMMA. And for you guys that don't know, social media marketing agency is SMMA. So this is huge because I understand like there's a lot of people now starting out in SMMA.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
At like 20, maybe younger,
Yeah.
you know? So this is really exciting, man, because I want you to guys, and if you're watching this right now, hashtag live or hashtag replay, because we're going to go over the real struggle starting out. Like it can be a little different sometimes as we get a little bit older and we have like a lot of different life experience to be able to like fall back on to know like which directions to pivot. But man, you're killing the game at 20. So I'm really excited to hear this. But before we dive into it, tell me about this freaking picture I see on your profile, how you were on the news. Like, what is that?
Oh yeah. So that just stemmed from because I know, the news is like huge for brand awareness. And obviously for like if you own like a social media marketing agency, just get your word out there. It's easier to I assumed, and that's why I made it a point to get on the news was I feel like it's easier when you have social proof, just positioning yourself as an expert. If you can get yourself on the news, and especially the local news, if you're trying to build a brand, in social media management in an area and like in your local area, I think it would be extremely useful to be on the news. So yeah, I decided to reach out to a local news station. I reached out to two. Funny story, actually. The first one, we actually signed papers and we were ready to go. Like I was supposed to go in. We were going to film next Tuesday, and then they were like, "Wait, you do marketing? We also do marketing. That's a conflict of interest." Blah blah blah. Long story short, there could have been some legal issues there, but we're good. Well, I mean, on their side, not on me. But I got on this other one with like a D. Armstrong show. It's pretty big here in the area, but I think it's really, really useful to get on the news. It's funny. The news will put anything. They will literally put anything on that little headline. It was like social expert, social media marketer, or manager / marketing strategist or something like that.
Yeah.
And dude, they'll put anything. So like, if you guys want to get on the news, I'm thinking about like doing like a training on it. You guys should check it out. But yeah, you just reach out to your local news station. I think it's great for brand awareness. It helps you take a different position whenever maybe approaching local business owners, because now you're like an expert. You've placed yourself as an expert, and it's just a good way to get your name out there in the local area.
Dude, that is a great idea. And be honest with everyone right now. Like, were you an expert at the time when you did it?
No, I don't think anybody is really an expert at this stuff. I think people know I think that people because there's stuff in this game that like gets results, and so people learn this stuff. But like, dude, I don't think anybody knows what every single button on the Facebook business manager does.
Hell no.
Dude, there's so many buttons. We know what we need to know, and so then when we can get results, I think you can mark yourself as an expert. I mean, I do. I at the time, I definitely did not consider myself a Facebook ad expert or a social media guru or whatever they were calling me on the news, but I guess that's what the news is for, to blow stuff up, right?
That's what media is for. Hey, by the way, guys, I'm loving this so far. If you're loving it, hashtag live, hashtag replay. Side note, I'm seeing some of these questions already down here. Farida, what's up? James, what's up, dude? Hey, Eric, congratulations, man. You closed that deal. That's what's up, dude. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. That's awesome. So, if you guys are hearing from Andrew right now, we're just kind of diving into really his journey behind making this happen as a team, building a 5-figure a month SMMA. And he's telling you right now, guys, you don't need to be the expert to be positioned as the expert. The dude made it on the news at 20 years old.
Yep. So
I mean?
I think it's huge that you, not to cut you off, but I think it's
Yeah.
huge that you do position yourself as an expert. Like it helped me even when I didn't know, I had no idea what I was doing, guys. So to dive into the story a little bit further here, I when I was 19 years old, I had a kid in high school. His name's Bentley. I had him with my beautiful fiance when we were 17 years old. So I finished out high school. My son even attended some of my games and stuff like that. He attended my graduation. He was at my prom pictures, like all that good stuff. So we come out of high school. I tried the whole college thing, and I was working full time. I was living with my fiance and my kid, just trying to, keep a roof over us, just trying to be a provider while trying to go to school full time and trying to, make full time money. And it was just extremely, extremely hard. So in November of last year, I remember I was standing in the kitchen with my fiance, and we literally had nothing in the cabinets, and we were freaking out. We had no idea how we were going to feed our kid tomorrow. And that was a breakthrough for me. I was like, it's not going to work like this anymore. I remember I don't know, man. And something changed that night. I know that night I was like, dude, this is never, ever going to happen again. Long story short, we were able to we had some unexpected income the next day. I was able to feed my kid. But even like what's really, really cool is like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a leap and I'm going to start my own business. Now, at the time, I didn't realize there was a lot of different social media businesses. I just thought it was going to be me. I thought I had like a brand new idea. And so I start my social media business, and like, keep in mind, I'm like extremely low rates, social media management and advertiser. And this is what I'm positioning myself as. I closed a 2K deal. And this is without any sales training, without me having zero structure. I've never taken a course, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just going to local businesses. I was just driving around really and just telling these people like, hey, this is what I can do for you. And I closed a 2K deal. But then I got hit with some kind of an ad from Dan Henry. And it was about, I think he has FAFE. It was generating leads for local businesses. And so I was like, oh, that's a pretty cool business model. And so I dove into that. And then I dove into a lot of, other courses and got a lot of other knowledge from other places. And then I realized that, okay, it's more automated on my end. I can spend a lot more time with my family. I can do a lot less because social media management is for the birds. That's like content creation, managing everything on the account. And I'm like, yeah, no, man. If I can make these people some money, like if I can generate them leads and it'd be something that I set up, and it takes me maybe 10 minutes to set a campaign up and then it just runs. And, I don't have to go back in there unless, something goes wrong with the campaign. That's beautiful, man. Like these people pay me 1K to 5K a month for something that I'm not even like hands-on with every single day. It's like extremely cool. And so I picked that business model up and I've just been running with it, bro.
See, and I love that. And I see your business picking up and scaling. So to kind of backpedal a little bit, because realistically, I mean, we all go through some adversity, right?
Oh yeah, dude. There was a lot of troubles that I had.
Yeah, man. And here's what I want to know, because everyone else is running into adversity at their own stage of where they're at. Okay. Yeah. So for you, what drove you to push through that adversity more so? Was it the pain of the position you were in, or was it the gain of what you wanted?
So initially it was definitely the pain, but I know there are people like who are just starting out in their agency. Maybe they have one client, maybe they have two clients, maybe they don't have any clients yet, but they know that they can make it in this game because they see the other successful people. And so, I mean, that was one thing that was motivation for me. But the second one was, and I think a lot of people have this problem, and hopefully somebody on this live needs to hear this, is when I heard, that you need to take massive imperfect action, like you just need to go and do. Because the problem is, man, a lot of people get information and then they sit on the information and they don't do anything with it. But when you can grab information and then immediately go take action on it, that's when the game will start to change for you. Like it's literal, like massive action. You have to take massive imperfect action. So I think that was a big game changer for me when I decided to start taking that action.
So, okay. So let us know here, because we had a similar background when we got started. Is like, I had no money whenever I was trying to pursue finding new clients. So what did you do that helped you the most to find that initial client? Because it's not like you had a bunch of money thrown to ads, right?
Yeah. So I had zero money. I was I think I was on credit card money at the time, man. Like I'm talking about credit card money for gas to ride around to businesses. And I was literally just walking in the door. And so a lot of no's. You're going to get a shit ton of no's, but that's just a part of it. Now there's, obviously people do cold calling, people do cold emailing, all kinds of stuff like that. But, my initial, client base was from door-to-door stuff, man. Old-fashioned stuff.
Yeah. So what was your best line? Because I know a lot of people are like, oh man, I tried that door-to-door thing, but people looked at me funny or my breath smelled bad. I don't know. Like, what did you say when you went in there? What was your best line?
Funny, man. I'm pretty I don't know. I feel like for prospecting, everybody should take on what they feel like they'd be good at, but you definitely have to get out of your comfort zone and try everything first. But for me, I was pretty comfortable. I'd walk into a business and just introduce myself. And then I remember there were no exact lines, but I remember seeing the same situation come up, and then I would just get better every single time I talked to the next, and that situation came up in the conversation. I would know how to handle it better, much better the next time. So it just kept improving and kept improving. But because typically these people have the same objections, and so that's why I loved your rapid fire rebuttal thing. You're huge on objections, and I think that's a great. I think you should be. I think more people should focus on it, because really that's what I was doing. I was learning how to handle objections more. What is it I guess subconsciously, I just was learning and I was bringing it into the next time. But I think if you focus more time on it like you do, and really take it for what it is, then you can obviously jump heaps and heaps ahead.
Yeah, man. And that's the biggest thing, right? If you know something's coming, right? Yeah, if there's going to be a hailstorm, you bet your ass you're going to be under a roof.
Yeah. Yeah, man. True.
If you know that the streets are about to flood, you know that you're going to be out there wearing high waters. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Right. But you're going to prepare for what's coming.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's what I was not doing. So guys, prepare for what's coming. I mean, sales training, that's huge. You're definitely going to need sales training of some sort. You just want to have structure. I mean, I feel like I could have saved a lot of no's from getting sales training beforehand. But keep in mind, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even know what I was looking for. I just knew I needed to have my ass covered legally, and that was pretty much all I knew. And I was like, I guess I just reach out to these businesses. And so I just did the only way that I was, thinking of at the time, which was door-to-door stuff.
Yeah, man. So, okay. So we have a couple questions here, and I know we have to do a shorter interview. So I want to make sure that a lot of people understand the struggles behind getting started, and especially getting started if you're younger, and then these different types of obstacles. But a couple people are asking, so what's your main source of getting clients now? Because we know you have a 5-figure a month agency. Here's the biggest thing. I love that you put up screenshots of this stuff, because it's you can't fake a screenshot of how much you make every month, right? So what's your main source right now for getting clients?
So, I've got a pretty good base of clients. It's been kind of all over the place though. It's I've gotten one from cold calling. I had one from just seeing an ad that I ran. It was literally a brand awareness ad. I think to answer that question better, I would say I've had the best results with door to door, but that's me personally. I think that you need to find out what you're good at and start, but you need to try everything. You need to try door to door. You need to try, BNI. You need to try cold calling, cold email, cold Facebook outreach. I think you need to try all of it, find out what you're good at, and then dial into that. You know what I mean? And then obviously when you get into paid ads and stuff like that, you can get a paid ad that converts. Game over, right?
Yeah, buddy. I love that. So yeah, I'm huge on paid ads. I love how they work because you can control, right, the traffic flow, but you need money to do that. So,
right. So starting out, guys, it was definitely door to door for me. And so even now, I still go door to door. I love door to door stuff, but that's just me. So, I mean, if you feel more comfortable cold calling, if you just, you want to be on your A games, obviously. So if you feel more comfortable doing cold calls, do cold calls. But I feel personally that when I walk into a business, and they see your face, they can just trust you more. You know what I mean? I feel like it just, yeah, you know what I mean?
So there's a question here. Okay. There's a question in the comments right now. And to avoid not getting like sued or saying anything dumb, because we are not accountants, I'm definitely not an accountant. If you guys know me, like I love to invest and stay broke and let my money grow. But that's not also the best advice either. So this is like, what legal services do you guys use or accounting services? Let me just say I work with an accountant. I let my accountant do their thing. Okay. What about you, dude? The same for you? Or
for legal services, it's been a lot of different places. When I first started my agency, I paid a lawyer on a credit card to build out some contracts and agreements that I'd never used not one time. And then so I think really, man, just look up like, I mean, if you're talking about contracts and stuff, templates, if you're talking about like what is are they talking about taxes?
Is that what you guys are talking about? Like taxes and like agreements and documents and
get anything online. LegalZoom. Like if you're starting an LLC, you want to start your business, LegalZoom, I think it's like $200. I also paid a lawyer way more than I should have when I could have just got it done through LegalZoom for like half the price. Like,
yep.
There was a lot. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I had no idea what I was doing. So I just it's been a learn as I go kind of thing. And I think that's how most people need to take it. Just learn as you go, take action. That's the best advice, really, is to take action. A lot of people sit on that information and they just shouldn't,
Yeah, don't sit on it, guys. Like, anyway, we got like 16 viewers on here. I need to see some hashtags live and hashtag, I don't know, just hashtag live. Let me know you guys are alive and start asking questions. Like, that's why we do these live interviews, guys. And like, I remember being 20 years old, and I'll tell you right now, at 20 years old, I successfully failed my first business quickly. Ran that sucker into the ground, brick and mortar, baby, old school. Right there.
I successfully failed. Dude, that's hilarious. Yeah, guys, that's another thing. I think a huge reason why I was able to see tons of success in this game is because I was like asking questions on lives. I'm so serious. I ask. Just remain a student to the game while taking action, obviously. But yeah, just ask as many questions as you possibly can. There's no such thing as a stupid question. And I think I used to think I asked a lot of stupid questions, but I mean, I got a lot of stuff answered just by asking.
Yeah, I mean, guys, seriously, ask the shit out of questions. And I don't know if that was the best way to phrase that, but here's the thing. I remember being 20 when I tanked that business. I remember the landlord came up and talked to me, and he's like, Rob, I thought you were smarter than that. Now, like, I really thought you were smarter than that. And clearly I was wrong. And I was like, ever since that day, I was like, that freaking hit me in the feels. I was like, oh God, you just called me like dumb at 20 years old. It's like, and he's like a multi-million-dollar real estate dude, owned all the property and everything. I felt horrible. And really, I put it on myself because I didn't ask enough questions to the right people that had what I wanted.
Yeah. You know, it's a really cool story, guys, because I know we're dwindling down here. We're going to have to hop off. But a really cool story is Rob was actually a huge part of my success. Rob, I actually had a one-on-one with Rob over like the Facebook Messenger or something like that. Whenever I was like, I think I was at like 2,100 a month or less than that, maybe. Well, I know I wasn't at five figures ago. Yeah, but I mean, it was like a few months ago.
February.
It might have been, February, exactly. Yeah, around February. And Rob told me one thing that stuck with me for a really long time, and I talk about this in my podcast. I talk about this in my Facebook Lives every now and again. Is the and even in my Facebook group is I was talking to Rob, and I was just putting myself out there. That's another thing, guys. Put yourself out there, whether it be in front of business owners, whether it be in front of other digital marketers, just whatever. But yeah, I made a video in a group. Rob reached out to me, was like, man, that's really cool. I already knew what Rob was making from like some previous conversations. So he was like a really big fish in the game to me. And so Rob, it meant a lot coming from Rob at the time, because I already knew this guy was a 5-figure business owner. And he was like, listen, man, you're on the right path. Just stay the path. I don't know why. So he was like, just continue to do what you're doing, which was like, I was taking massive action and I was asking a lot of questions. And so, yeah, I've like literally that line rung in my head for so long. And, I just continued and continued, and here I am being interviewed because now I'm a 6-figure business and just crushing the game, right?
And it seems so normal now, right? I remember, dude, I know we're dwindling on time, but now that you brought that up, I remember what you said, and I was like, "Hey, dude, you're gonna hit that first 10,000 a month, and it's not gonna feel like anything really." And
Dude,
and you're like, "Dude, I can't wait to hit." And you're like so stoked about it. Now it's just like totally normal.
bro, it's crazy because it does feel normal, man. It's like, I put the time, I put the work into it, so it's not surprising anymore. Like I thought I don't know. It just was, I mean, yeah, it was a great milestone. Like I was super happy, 5 figures a month. That's huge. A lot of people don't make that kind of money. But now I'm just on to the next thing, bro. Like I want more.
Hey, so you were talking about smaller. I'm seeing a question from Brian right now. When you say you started small in service fees, can you give some numbers of what that looked like? Like, what is that number?
Oh, dude, when I was in social media management, I was offering to do like accounts for like complete like content creation day to day, managing like messages and stuff they need to, like literally everything social media management for like $200 a month.
Oh.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it started off bad, but then I don't know what happened. And I was like, you know what? I redid it. It was like 700. Then I redid it. I was like, you know what? Maybe $1,000. I think that'd be worth it. And I closed my first one at 2,000. So it's really cool. It shows like man, I really had no idea what I was doing, which is why I'm like, guys, I don't care how much you don't know. I didn't know anything, and I closed a 2K client, my first client. So, I mean, like you guys can do it. Trust me. 5 figures is not that far away. It's what 5 2K clients. You get a 3K client and a couple of 2K clients. It's not that far away, guys. It's extremely attainable. So I mean, just go out there, pitch high. Take massive action. And yeah, just be confident when you talk. That's probably the best advice I could give. Just be confident, massive action, ask questions, and stay the path.
Stay the path, baby. And confidence closes, guys. Somebody told me this once, and I will never forget it because we all have mentors, right? I've had a whole bunch. You've had a whole bunch.
Yep.
I remember them telling me, why shouldn't they believe in you if you believe in you?
Exactly.
And I was like, oh my God, you're right.
Dude, that's a good one, man.
So let me see what else we got on here, guys. We have a few of them. What are you currently using to generate leads for your agency? You kind of already talked about that a little bit. By the way, guys, #live and go ahead and love this video. Like, I want to see you guys are alive. When I see all you guys watching this video and I see we only have 10 freaking likes on this video, come on, guys, let's go. Like the freaking video.
Yeah, guys, for real though, like really the way that it works is like, the more engagement we get, the more people see this message. And there might be people that out here that needed to hear that. Like I know there was a point in time where I needed to hear that I needed to take massive action. So even if that's something that you've heard before, engaging with this video so that somebody else can see it, maybe that might change somebody's life. That might change somebody's business. Somebody's kid might get to go to private school because of this video. Who knows, So
100%. We're all triggered by something different. Right. Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, guys, if you want to take to that next level, like winners find a way. And that's what these videos are for. So you can all take one gold nugget out of here. And guys, at 20 years old, guys, we can all do it. Like Andrew's fought through a lot of different types of adversity and has made it. And I hate that we have to end this interview so soon, but we have to all know, Andrew, if you could have one superpower, what would that be and why?
That's a good question. I think probably to know a client's pain point, like as soon as I walk in the door. That'd probably be my dude, or just to know anybody's pain point as soon as I walk in the door. Cause then like, bro, game over. I'd be closing everybody. I close the whole world.
That's so funny. Cause I just had like Austin Distel on the channel. Not too long ago. He said the same thing. That's funny.
What? Bro, yeah. I swear I didn't see that video. That's crazy.
I know. Great minds think alike, dude. That's cool. Well, dude, I appreciate it. I want to make sure that like we can all learn from each other. So where can everyone find you? Like, where are the main channels that you kind of like, hibernate?
So I have my Facebook group, and you can find that just from going to my profile. I'm sure Rob tagged me in this. And I also started a podcast on the game of entrepreneurship. That's what it's called. I feel like it is a game. I feel like it's this is all something that we're just playing, and I'm giving away a lot of tips and tricks on how I got to six figures, and then I'm going to be talking about my the roadblocks and stuff that I obviously the next goal is seven figures. So I'm gonna be talking about the roadblocks and all the kind of things that I hit on that path. So
I love it. Yeah, guys. So
Native Entrepreneurship Podcast in the group.
And they can look up just Andrew Pavia, right, on Facebook?
Yeah, Andrew Pavia. I'll comment on this video or whatever.
Sweet. That's perfect. Yeah, guys. So remember, if you're in a slump right now where you feel like, oh, I'm too old or too young for this, or I don't have the experience, or I feel like I don't want to start from the bottom, remember this. Everyone starts from somewhere, and age doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is heart, and to follow your passion and do it wholeheartedly.
110%, man. That's good stuff. I'm taking that one home.
Write it down. Put it on your fridge, baby. All right, guys. Well, everybody put that on your fridge. Anyway, send me a picture of it. No, but all right, man. Well, I gotta cut this off. I hate that we have to end this so soon, but I'm super glad that you were able to jump on and do this with us. And everyone, go over to his Facebook page and go jump into the group, because Andrew dished out some really awesome stuff, and I believe that we could all learn something from somebody. And from what you can hear from Andrew, he keeps saying the same thing. And that's how we grow together.
Yeah, brother. All right. Appreciate you having me on, man. I'm going to hop off here. Thanks so much, Rob. Be easy, man.
Thanks, bro. Later.